Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Danielle. This is Made on the Cape, here on YouTube and on Instagram. Today is April 2nd, 2023, and this is my weekly Flosstube update. This was another busy week, but even so, I got some really good progress in. I have some FFOs to show you, a new start, and progress on my regular whips. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you is an FFO that I did this week. I left you on Sunday with a mess around me. The mess is still here. I have a couple more finishes that I want to work on, so I've left everything out. But I did finish one, and that is the Boston Red Sox logo. I made it into a wall hanging for my nephew, and hopefully I'll be able to get it to him in time for his birthday now. It's the back. You see, I did a little bit of a quilting finish, kind of, in the front here. And I finished it on the back with a full piece of fabric. The only thing I'm pretty bummed about is the two hangers right here. They ended up being different sizes. I tried so hard. I cut them the same length. I put them on the fabric at the same place, but somehow they still ended up one much longer than the other. Oh well, it still looks good. Yep. So then now on to my regular stitching. My morning coffee stitch is my cruise ship remembrance. I'll put a photo up here of where it was last week. I stitched this on a 28 count Lugana in the color Willow from Color and Cotton. And here it is this week. I stitched the Carnival Freedom that we sailed on in 2012. Let me pull this down. I use magnets on all my pieces to hold my needles on there. I don't bother with needle minders. I guess I'm too cheap. I buy them in bulk off Amazon. The link is in the description down below. So yeah, I stitched the cruise ships 2/2, and the letters are 1/1 to fit it all in. So now we've got 9 out of 17 done in order to be caught up. All right. Somebody asked last week where they can get that pattern, and it's just a pattern that I made up on my own, so I don't have it out anywhere for anybody to have. But it's a pretty simple shape design that you might be able to sketch out on your own in one of the cross-stitch programs that you can get for free online. So that's all I did. So for my lunch stitches, the beginning of the week, I was working on White Daisy by Millhill, the Spring Bouquet collection, and I was stitching this for hashtag springintomillhill that is being done on Instagram. I'll put up a photo here of what it looked like last week. And here it is now. Completely done and FFO'd. I used the magnet that came in the kit. I put some gray felt on the back. Little cute ladybug. And the daisy petals are all loose. This is really, really cute. Teeny tiny. So that was my second FFO of the week. All done. So for the remaining lunchtime for the rest of the week, I stitched on Country Cottage Needleworks Snowflake Serenade. I'll put up a photo here of what it looked like last time I was stitching on this. I am stitching this on a 28 count Lugana in Bare Copper by Color and Cotton. And here it is now. Last time I was stitching on this, I had brought this white line here all the way up and stitched a snowflake here in the corner, and then I came across here Wednesday or Thursday when I was working on it at work, and I realized that it didn't go there. So I had to frog out all of that stitching and then I put in obviously the correct stitches here. I think this is the corner-ish now. The snowflake will go here now, and then the white line will go down here. And then the way that this is here, this holly will come down this side as well. Still quite a bit left on here, but it's so pretty. I think I'll be working on this again this week at work for lunch. So that was Snowflake Serenade. Monday after work, Monday and Tuesday, I pulled out Blossom by Mirabilia. I'll put up a photo here of where she was last time I stitched on her. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count Jobelin in Pistachio by Color and Cotton. And here she is now. If I remember correctly, holy moly, fabric can get unwieldy sometimes. Here we go. I did more skin, 1/1. And then I came and I worked on the shoulder part of the dress. It's almost looks like a little bit of a fur lining. But all of this will be all skin 1/1. So it'll take a while. But she's so pretty. Very pretty. This is going to take longer, surprise, surprise, than I expected it to. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I always think projects are going to be so much faster than they are. I should know by now. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, I worked on Halloween calendar by the Tiny Modernist. I'll put a photo here of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Also where it was last week. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count Lugana in King's Blue by Color and Cotton. And here it is now. I have finished all of the borders. And I've started coming up here and stitching in the Happy Halloween. Happy will be on the first line. I started the HA in Halloween. I'm very happy to have all the borders in because now it's all the fun stitching. All the boring stuff is done. Everybody loves stitching borders, don't we? I'm excited to get this one out again this week, I think. We'll see. We'll see. I really, really do hate making definite plans on stitching something because then I just don't end up stitching it and I feel bad about it. And then I feel like I should be stitching on that item instead of something that I'd rather be stitching on, and then I don't stitch at all. It's just a mess. All right. What do we have here? Oh, last Sunday after I did that FFO, I pulled out Super Mario by Choco Coco stitch. I'll put a photo in of what it's supposed to look like when it's done. Also what it looked like last time I stitched it. And I'm stitching this on a 16 count Ada in Sea Spray by Witchelt. Still have some thread on the needle, but here we are now. It's just a little bit of work. I was working on that the black down here, all this outline. This is the outline of the dirt, the ground. So this will come all the way across under here, and this will be mirrored on this side. And then there's a couple more little enemies in here with the big Mario in the middle. So much fun. So much fun. I don't know if I have so much fun with this because the original Mario game is, you know, what do they call it? 8-bit, 16-bit, but it's all in squares anyway. So the thing that you stitch looks just like the item in the game. So fun. So next time I pull this out, I'll probably work on more of the black outlining. I think I might like to do this as sort of like a coloring book piece. If I can get all the black outlining done, then I can just go in and color in with the rest of the colors. I think that would be fun if I can get that, if I don't get too bored working on just the black. Just the black outline over and over again. We'll see. So Friday, I didn't get to stitch at all in the evening. I went and got a new cell phone, upgraded my phone, so that took most of the night, and by the time I got home, I just wasn't in the mood to stitch anymore. It was a bit late in the evening and just didn't get anything done. And Saturday morning, then we went off Cape to go upgrade my husband's phone. So I didn't get home until we didn't get home till mid-afternoon on Saturday. So I wanted to start something pretty easy that I could get a lot of progress done and I could feel good about it. So I started Patriotic Gnome. I'll put a photo here of what it's supposed to look like when it's done, by Cross Stitch Foxy on Etsy. And I'm just stitching this at a regular, I think it's pretty sure it's a 14 count white Aida. And here is the progress I got both yesterday afternoon and this morning. I got most of it done. All I have to do is I outlined the hat on the gnome, and all I have to do is color in. If you look closely, you'll see, let's see if I can get it to show. There's little white stars in the hat along with the blue stars. This piece is adorable. It is so cute. I have an idea of how to finish this one. I've never done it before, so I'm going to have to look up some tutorials. But he's holding a bunting, obviously, that says USA. I think it would be really cute if I could mimic that in the finished piece and make this a bunting as well. It'll just be the one flag, but if I could do like a triangle flag here. I have some like 4th of July style ribbon that I could use as the hanger part of it, and then I would just have to get some fabric for the backing to match. I do have some regular like white and red sort of tie-dye almost fabric that I could probably use for this for backing. So I think that would be really cute. It is pretty teeny, the size of my hand. But I think I stitched about, let's see. I didn't write it down. Oh, there's about 1,300 stitches. There's about 400 left to go in the hat. But look at his little nose. He's so cute. So that was everything that I have stitched this week, which also ends March. I ended up having 5 finishes in the month of March and 5 new starts, which wasn't so bad. So that means I enter April with the same amount of whips that I entered March with, which is 8. So I finished Garden Party by Mirabilia. I finished the Red Sox logo, March 9 patch, Winter, and White Daisy by Mill Hill. The starts that I have had was Hamilton, the Halloween calendar, Super Mario, White Daisy, and March 9 patch. And I had, as far as I can recall, I only had the 2 FFOs, which was the Red Sox logo and White Daisy. I stitched every day in March. The only evening I didn't stitch was this past Friday. So that was pretty good. Pretty happy with how March ended out. And of course, you know, starting April, I have that one new start to start April with, which is the Patriotic Gnome. I think that's pretty much it for the March wrap up. And starting off April with a bang. It is my favorite month. It is my birth month. So we'll have to see how it turns out. And have to decide on a really good new start for my birthday coming up here. So I think that's it for this week. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing and leaving me a message down below and giving me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And until next week, happy stitching. Bye-bye.